Ooh. Oh, come on. Oh, man. It's like I got to play all of a sudden. Yes, got it. Oh! Jumping into the big bullet. Oh! Hey, everybody. I was playing some Super Mario on the BitBoy, getting ready to do that review for all you guys. And, what do we... Oh, supposed to be doing a Merlin video. Guys, think about this. We play on things like this today. When I was a kid, we played on this. So we're going to open box a Merlin in 2019. And is it still fun? Let's find out. I know when I was a kid, this was the space age future, and this was reality. A little bit of history on the Merlin. The Merlin was actually developed by an ex-NASA employee, Bob Doyle. I think it was his wife and brother-in-law or something like that, from what I was reading. Now, I didn't know much about the Merlin other than when I was a kid. I loved it. I thought it was one of the coolest breakthrough techs. And let's face it, the Game Gear we thought was big, this is actually bigger. And this was pretty much close to the first handhelds. Now, Merlin was developed and designed and put out by Parker Brothers in 1978. There was some re-releases of it in 1995, and I think there was a 2004 rendition. 2004 actually had a screen on it and some arrows and a different type of games completely, and they called it something else, like the Merlin the Seventh Quest or something like that. Now, one of the exciting things that actually got me to want to do this video was I was out yard selling. I had picked this one here up, which I've had for many years, and recently, this weekend actually, I found another one in actually a pretty amazing condition box. So I was like, you know what? It is a unit I grew up with. It is one of my first handhelds. So why not make a video and show? Maybe some of you guys don't even know what a Merlin is, because I'm old. So let's unbox this bad boy, try it out, see if it still works. I put some fresh batteries in it. Let's do it. So guys, first we have this, archaic box. It's got the robot chrome hand holding the Merlin, because I mean, this was the future. This was space age technology here. We never had stuff like this. A portable game system? That was unheard of. Yeah, a little later we had our footballs and our baseballs, which are pretty much just these little lights and a little different map out. So this pretty much, in my opinion, was the daddy of the handhelds. So let's open this up. It was pretty simple with these, not much packaging at all, just slides off like this. And your unit is right here. So here we have the Merlin. We have the manual. Yeah, actual manual. Believe it or not, both these had the manual in them. I was pretty happy about that. The only downside to this one, I have to take it apart and clean the contacts inside. They were green. But the one I've had for many years, perfect. It's actually in very good condition. I don't know how the camera's showing this for you guys, but here is my Merlin. Not the Merlin I had as a child, unfortunately. This was the Merlin I bought to relive my childhood. It was a unit that I, loved so much. So in the manual, Merlin. Very old. I'm almost scared that I'm going to damage the paper when I'm turning it. There was a bunch of games in this. I believe there was 6 games. And you had, tic-tac-toe. You had a music machine where you actually basically told it or punched in a bunch of different numbers, and it would play back a song for you. which was kind of, for the time, it was pretty amazing. Now it's like, I can get my phone to do that just by saying, hey, Google. And London Bridge, blah, blah, blah. There's Echo. And Echo was kind of like I think it was kind of like Simon Says. I might be wrong, but that's what I thought it was. But we'll try that out. Blackjack 13. Oh yeah, you can gamble on this bad boy. I don't remember getting any money out of it. In fact, I don't know if I ever played Blackjack on this. Magic Square. So you can see, this thing was filled with all kinds of games. And no cartridge needed. Man, this thing's a brick. 6 AA's in this. Ring a bell, people? 6 AA's to power an LED, or little lights. There was 6 batteries in the Game Gear. Wonder how long this thing runs. So guys, let's try a game out. So first, you had a headphone jack, or a power jack I think it was. I don't think this is a headphone jack, I believe it was a power jack. It was right there on the side. And that's pretty much all there was for that. Your speaker was built in here. Kind of tried to resemble some sort of futuristic telephone for its time. Oh wait. Oh, you don't care? Man, someone just called and said they don't care about my video. Well, that wasn't very nice. So on the side here you have your power button. Turn it on and Merlin starts up. So my Merlin is still working. So it has one button flashing. If I want to play tic-tac-toe, I believe it's number 1. So this would be 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So there we go. Now we're in tic-tac-toe mode. And basically I pick, and then it's Merlin's turn. Sounds terrible when Merlin does it. So I pick, I'm flashing, Merlin is solid. I press Merlin's turn. And Merlin just cut me off. So I'm going to do the same to Merlin. I think Merlin just won. Man, Merlin's smarter than I am. And then there was that. Computers for that era of 1978 being smarter than me? The last game... Oh wait. I wasn't the last game hunter then. I was just a little tiny 6 years old. And I had a Merlin. So guys, as you can see though, you can see where the fun would be. Playing tic-tac-toe without having a family member having to play with you, or just to play by yourself on your own handheld while traveling or wherever. Can you imagine taking this on your trip? You're going camping, whatever, and you hope your batteries last, and you're playing Merlin because it's the coolest thing in the world at the time. It's red, it's a brick, it's heavy, and you can beat a bear with it. I don't know how I won that. I really don't. In fact, I don't have a clue what I'm doing anymore. How did I play this as a child? How? How did that little mind of mine comprehend this thing and play it? Did I use it to beat things with? I have no idea. But guys, I have a little love for my Merlin because the Merlin was literally one of my first handheld units, and nostalgia's there. Comment below. Was the Merlin a telephone for you? Or was it your first video game? It was one of my first video games. In fact, probably was my first. It definitely was my first handheld. If you guys had one, please comment below. Let me know what you think of it. And if you recently got one, or what do you think of the Merlin? Was it something that was on your radar? And it definitely was for me. And luckily I found a second one that I get to restore and give it back its life. So that's kind of cool. And it's just something that, as I remember as a kid, and I just wanted to share what was my childhood, and the Merlin was definitely there. So now you know a little more about the Last Game Hunter and his past of video gaming. So guys, till next time, please share, like, chat with your friends all about the Last Game Hunter. Why not? He's pretty cool. He is a cool guy. You should get to know him. Anyway guys, game over.